Indecision 2020 news. Election day, again, just 4 days away. Missouri's Democratic candidate for governor is spending part of the final stretch run here in Kansas City. State Auditor Nicole Galloway is challenging Governor Mike PARSON. Today, she stopped at a local record store. The I-Team's Andy Alcock explains why.
Galloway came here to the store to highlight the pandemic's impact. She met with employees who were laid off earlier this year when the store was shut down, who are now back at work.
We've been okay with since we've reopened, but when we were closed, it was just the manager working, doing just selling online. Then we have used hip hop, full length.
Oh, wow.
It's a problem many businesses like Josie Records are facing. How do you attract customers and stay viable during a seemingly relentless pandemic? State Auditor Nicole Galloway visited the store to highlight the ongoing problem. Earlier this week, she spoke to us one-on-one about COVID-19's impact in Missouri.
The only way that we're going to be able to get our economy open again, get folks back to work, get our schools fully reopened, is if we contain the spread of the virus.
To do it, Galloway's main solution is a statewide mask-wearing mandate. In the spring, her Republican opponent, Governor Mike PARSON, shut down the state in an attempt to curb COVID spread. If elected, Galloway hasn't ruled out another shutdown.
I do not want to shut down. Fighting this virus should not mean shuttered businesses, taking away livelihoods, and closed schools. But if we continue down this current path with Governor PARSON, we do risk that.
What would happen if there was another shutdown to this business, do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely a struggle.
There's still a lot of nervousness about what our economy is going to look like in the coming months because of the economic impacts of COVID.
Galloway is also calling for more COVID rapid testing in Missouri to get a better handle on the virus. In Kansas City, I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.
Now, keep in mind, Galloway and PARSON have also clashed on Medicaid expansion. Galloway believes the $200 million the state would pay every year for that expansion would be well worth the federal government's $1.8 billion annual investment. PARSON, though, has questioned where the state money would come from.
Speaking of Governor PARSON, he campaigned in Belton today, talking about taking a balanced approach to running the state, focusing on workforce development and infrastructure. He said keeping unemployment low remains a priority, even in the midst of a pandemic.
They want their businesses open. They want to go back to work. They want their kids in school. At the same time, they want us to fight the virus, so we're going to do that day in and day out.
Governor PARSON said he wants to continue traveling the state to see what's going on the ground. He plans to do that as governor of Missouri as well. Of course, there's more on the ballot than the White House and the governor's mansion. We interviewed all of the candidates for all sorts of races, asking them their positions on important issues. You can read those interviews by clicking on our election guide. You'll find it on the homepage at kshb.com. On election night, this is the place to be for complete election coverage. We'll have results and reaction on our streaming platforms starting at 6 p.m. And make sure you don't miss 41 Action News at 10 on election night. We'll have a full wrap-up of the races here in our region.